Hello everyone. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is kinetics. It is again important chapter for class plus 2 chemistry. Every year one numerical and two theoretical questions are there. So what is this kinetics? It is the branch of physical chemistry that deals with the study of rate of reaction. It is the branch of physical chemistry that deals with rate of reaction. Second, factors affecting rate of reaction, and third is a mechanism of reaction. So kinetics deals with the study of rate of reaction, factor affecting rate of reaction, and mechanism of reaction. In chemistry generally we have three types of reaction. The reactions are first, very fast or instantaneous reaction. Very fast or instantaneous reactions. As name indicates, these type of reactions are completed as reactants are mixed. These reactions are completed the moment as reactants are mixed. Generally their time period is 10 raised to power minus 12 to 10 raised to power minus 14 seconds. So these kind of reactions are not studied in kinetics. Why? Because as reactants are mixed, the reactions are going to complete only in an instant. Their time period is 10 raised to power minus 12 to 10 raised to power minus 14 seconds. For example, ionic reactions. Ionic reactions are very fast reactions or instantaneous reactions because ions are more reactive. They easily react and combine together to form products. Second, organic substitution reactions. Organic substitution reactions. But we can't study very fast reactions in kinetics. We can't find out their rate of reaction. Easy. Second type is very slow reactions. As name indicates, the reactions are going to complete. Reactions are going to complete in a long interval of time. Very slow reactions are going to complete in a very long interval of time. For example, corrosion or rusting of iron. Second, fermentation. We see rusting in our daily life, but we never know when rusting started and when it will end. So these kind of reactions are also not studied in kinetics because they require a long interval of time to get complete and convert into products. So very fast and very slow reactions, they are not studied in kinetics. Third type of reactions is moderate reactions. As the name indicates, these type of reactions are in between of very fast reactions and very slow reactions. These kind of reactions are studied in kinetics. So we can find rate of reactions and factor affecting rate of reactions and mechanism of reactions for a moderate reaction. Maximum reactions are moderate reactions. Clear? So this is the basic intro of kinetics that deals with rate of reaction, factors affecting rate of reaction, mechanism of reaction. For what type of reactions? For only moderate reactions. Clear? Now next thing is, what is this rate of reaction? In a reaction we have reactants, they convert into products. So what is this rate of reaction? This rate of reaction is change in the concentration of reactant or change in the concentration of product with respect to time. As we know, during the reaction, reactants will decrease or disappear, but products will form. Concentration of product will increase and concentration of reactant will decrease. So rate of reaction is change in concentration of reactant or product in time interval with respect to time or time taken by reactants or products. Reactants will disappear, products will form. Clear? Rate of reaction can be defined in with respect to reactant or as well as products. Clear? Let's understand this with a graph. This is for reactants. I plotted a graph, concentration versus time. On x-axis we have time and on y-axis we have concentration of a reactant. When reaction is going to start at time t equal to 0 seconds, I think concentration of reactant will be maximum. As reaction will proceed, as time will spend, reactants are going to decrease. So graph will be like this. If we take two time intervals T1 and T2, with respect to T1 concentration is x1 and with respect to T2 concentration is x2. So rate of reaction is change in concentration of reactant with respect to time. X2 is the final concentration, x1 is the initial concentration. So x2 minus x1 by T2 minus T1. But we can see from the graph the concentration of value of x2 is lower than that of x1. So this will be negative. But as we know, rate of reaction or rate can't be negative. So to represent the rate of reaction for reactants, we use a negative sign. Negative x2 minus x1 by T2 minus T1. Now overall value will be positive. So whenever we will represent rate of reaction with respect to reactant, we will put the negative sign. Negative will convert it in a positive term, because rate is always a positive term. Clear? But if we plot a graph, but note down this point first. Rate of reaction for reactant is always represented with a negative sign. Negative sign indicates that concentration of reactants is going to decrease. Clear? Now plot a graph for a product. Again time and concentration. Now this graph is for product. At time t equal to 0 second. At time equal to 0 second there will be no product. So concentration will be 0. But as time will spend, concentration will increase. So graph will be like this. Again if we take two time intervals t1 and T2. With respect to T1, concentration is x1 and with respect to T2, concentration is x2. But now we can clearly see x2 final concentration is higher than that of x1. So rate of reaction for product is x2 minus x1, T2 minus T1. As we can see from graph, x2 is greater than x1. So overall value will still be positive. So we don't need to put a negative sign for a product. As we know, product will increase and reactant will decrease. If we plot graph for both product and reactant as well, then graph will be like this. For reactants and for products. This is products curve and this is reactants. Clearly, reactants are decreasing and products concentration is increasing. Clear? Now, how to represent rate of reaction in a equation? For example, I have a elementary reaction N1A plus N2B to give N3C plus N4D. A and B are the reactants, N1 are the moles of A reactant, N2 are the moles of reactant second B, N3 are the moles of C and N4 are the moles of D. So, if we have to find out disappearance rate, as we know reactant will disappear during the reaction. So, rate of disappearance of A equal to delta A by delta T with the negative sign. Delta A represents the change in concentration of reactant A. Delta T represents the time taken. Clear? Rate of disappearance of B, change in concentration of B by time taken. Here we are finding rate, which one? Average rate. We are going to discuss, or we are going to find a average rate. In next lecture, I will explain you what is the difference between average rate and instantaneous rate. There are two types of rate, average rate and instantaneous rate. Now we are discussing average rate. But as we know, product will form, product will appear. So rate of appearance of C, delta C by delta D. For reactant we put negative sign, but product we don't have any negative sign because product will increase, and that's why here I write rate of appearance of C. Similarly, rate of appearance of D, delta D by delta T. Delta D represents the change in concentration of product by time taken. This is individual rate of a reactant and a product. But if we have to find out overall rate of a reaction, then what we have to do? We have to divide each concentration term or each rate with their numerical coefficient. Why? Because we can find out the rate of reaction for reactant and product if we have their 1 mole. So, rate of reaction, overall rate of reaction is, or rate equation can be written as delta A by delta T with negative sign divided by its numerical coefficient minus 1 by N1. N1 represents moles of A equal to change in concentration of B, delta B by delta T divided by its numerical coefficient 1 by N2 with the negative sign. Easy. But now we have products and concentration of product is increased, so we don't need to put a negative sign. Delta C by delta T divided by its numerical coefficient 1 by N3. And last we have product. divided by numerical coefficient, number of moles, 1 by N4. So what if we have to find out rate of reaction for overall reaction, then just divide each rate with their coefficient, numerical coefficient, which represents the number of moles. Here we can clearly see 1 by N1, 1 by N2, 1 by N3, 1 by N4. 1 by N4. Clear? This is the first introduction lecture of kinetics. In next lecture, we will understand difference between average rate or instantaneous rate and the factors affecting rate of reactions, and we will do numerical practice. Keep learning. Don't forget to press the